Hi, I'm Matt with Moen Brothers Plumbing and Drain, and this is a short video about the main components of a traditional tank type toilet and the three most common problems that I see with homeowners that maybe rebuilt their own toilets, repaired them, or even inexperienced handymen that have worked on your toilets. You may have toilets in your home that aren't leaking and they're working, but they're just not working correctly. I get a lot of customers ask me to take a look at their toilets, and I see a lot of problems with the way that parts were installed or a lot of adjustments that can be easily corrected. So this is a video about the three most common things that I see, mistakes from inexperienced people working on your toilet. Main component, first thing here is the handle. You got your flush valve. The flapper, this is probably the most common problem for calls regarding toilets, tank type. Fill valve here. Underneath you've got a tank to bowl seal, as plumbers call this the donut seal, and then your tank to bowl seals. Now these are real important. I don't see a lot of people replacing these. They will come in and maybe put in a flapper or a fill valve, and these are really pretty important because when these start leaking, these drip onto your floor, get underneath your tile, and start working underneath your tiles over the padding, your carpet, and things like that. So it's real important every 5 to 10 years to completely rebuild your toilet, and I don't see a lot of people replacing these. So there's a lot of cheap services out there that are offering good prices on rebuilding toilets, but they're not fully rebuilding the toilet. So these tank to bowl seals here are real important on a toilet. One of the most common problems that I see associated with people that have repaired their own toilets or handymen is incorrect slack adjustment on the flapper itself. Now when you first set a flapper, you can put your finger on it and you should be able to feel about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of slack on the chain. If you push the handle and it takes 1/2 an inch or an inch before it actually starts grabbing the flapper, then you have too much slack in your chain, and what that results in is a toilet, you'll have to hold the handle down to make it flush. So that's a real common problem. People tell me, I have to hold the handle down to make my toilet flush. So that's how you can correct that, a slack adjustment on your chain for your flapper. Second most common problem I see is the refill tube here. Now this is the tube that actually refills the bowl on your toilet. A lot of people will actually not install this little T here or holder. They will push the tube right down inside of the flush valve, and this particular valve, this is a Fluid Master 400A. If you do that, the valve will back siphon a little bit and the toilet will act a lot like it's got a bad flapper. It'd be frustrating. You can't get the toilet to stop leaking, but it just leaks into your bowl. So this little holder here, it's real important. It comes with your fill valve and you should install that. This refill tube needs to stay away from or have an actual physical gap in between the flush valve. And then the third thing is incorrect adjustment of the water level inside the tank. Now your tank is designed to give the bowl a certain amount of water. Now if you have an older toilet, it might be a 3.5 gallon per flush toilet. If it's a newer one, it might be 1.6, or even the newest ones are now 1.28 gallons per flush. So that particular bowl needs that amount of water to actually flush. So it's very important that you give the tank that amount of water so that the bowl can properly flush. On this particular fill valve here, a Fluid Master 400A, it has a little collar here on the bottom, and I see a lot of people don't actually adjust this. They try to do all the adjustments on this screw here on the top, and that doesn't work. You actually have to move this up or down to set the basic level of the tank, and then make fine adjustments here with the screw. So when you're done, the level inside the tank should be about 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch below the flush valve. And then snap your collar back into place. Now, if you're having any problems with your toilet, thinking about replacing your toilet, please give us a call.